Hey, what's up, guys? It's WiseGuyVito here, and today I have a different video for you guys. This one will kind of be like an open discussion video, so you guys comment down below what you think the current state is of Helldivers 2. Currently, right now, I do not think Helldivers 2 is in a good state, and I'll kind of explain my reasonings why and how to make it better. And we'll kind of discuss some other things as well, as far as like the actions being taken by Arrowhead. I think that the actions that they have taken so far isn't really changing anything, and it's going to have to definitely be some action on their part, because today is Tuesday and nothing has came out, like, at all. Like, no updates, no nothing. And I think that is a problem. And for a live service game, because that's what they're making a live service model game, they need to definitely push out just anything at this point, just some sort of update to show that they're actually working on the game and kind of bring up the morale right now. Because right now, I think this is not like the all-time low. The all-time low was before the Illumina came out, in my opinion. Between the DSS being released and the Illumina coming out, that was the lull. That was whenever the game was hitting sub 10k players a night, and I think that was when the game was definitely at its worst. I don't think the game is at its worst right now. I just do think that we are definitely hitting definitely a lull right now, definitely a low, and that low needs to be addressed. So, without further ado, let's kind of get into the open discussion. So, number one thing that I do think that they need to definitely stop doing and need to do something completely different is the surveys. I think that they have plenty of feedback right now, and by surveys I mean the ones that are namely on the Discord. I think that they have plenty of feedback, and every single time I see a survey and nothing comes out of it, I get a little bit disappointed every single time. If not, why am I even doing these surveys if you're not going to listen, right? And these surveys, there's mainly just two questions, unless, like a war bond comes out, in which case they ask you, like, individually, like, what do you think about, like, this gun, the cosmetics, so on and so forth. But the two main questions that they ask is, what do you like about the game, and what do you not like about the game? And every single time I take these surveys, it is always, I love the gunplay. I actually do like the enemy variety right now. The Incendiary Core for the Automatons, the Predator Strand. I'm not really liking the Gloom bugs too much. I kind of find them a little bit boring. And then we don't even talk about the Illuminate, because the Illuminate are just not even a thing, because they're just so easy. You just curb stomp them with literally anything in the game. But I basically say, glaze them a little bit. Basically say, hey, listen, I like the gunplay. The gunplay is mainly like the thing that draws me back to Helldivers every single time. Also the music, the aesthetics of the game, the sound design, everything about the game, like, as far as on that end, I really like. What I do not like is kind of like the overall quality of life of the game. I feel like the quality of life of Helldivers 2 has definitely gone down over the past, like even before the Illuminate update, which the Illuminate update did bring up the quality of life a little bit, but I don't think it's still where it needs to be. Number one, I do not think that major orders are where they should be. I don't think there's any incentive to play major orders right now. There's no stratagems to hunt. There's no cosmetics to get, which, by the way, cosmetics to get, that was something that they kind of introduced towards the beginning of the game's life cycle, like near launch, namely the Malevelon Creek cape. I really do think that they should be doing stuff like that, kind of like commemorating different hardcore battles that the players in the community have been fighting. I don't know why they stopped this. I thought this was interesting. And I just think that major orders right now are just a big flop. I don't think there's any incentive to really hop online to play their major orders. And this is supposed to be kind of like a live war that's going on. And, that's all well and good. And that services the story that really no one cares about. I don't really see anyone praising Helldivers 2 based upon its story. There might be some people out there that are very interested in it. You know, if that's you, cool. You're getting, your money's worth out of it. In my opinion, I really do not care about the story of Helldivers 2. I cared about it for the first like maybe 2 or 3 months of the game being, out and launched. But seeing how the story has, a lot of build up, but very little payout or just no payout whatsoever. For example, the Gloom, I expected Hive Lords to be coming with the Gloom. There's no Hive Lords. It's just like these little gas bugs that whenever you kill them, they just poo out a gas thing, and then that's it. We have some urban environments, sure. The Predator Strand, I think, is fun. I guess that comes from the Gloom. But even then, I don't think that the Predator Strand, even though that it came from the Gloom, if the Gloom never existed, could we still have the Predator Strand? I would probably say so. But I kind of expect more from things that on the map that I can see, and they're grandiose and they're big, and there's just very little payout. There needs to be some sort of payout in Helldivers 2 as far as the story goes, and that needs to be translated into stuff that the player can have hands-on play with, right? Whether that be skins, guns, cosmetics, whatever, and it just needs to. There needs to be some sort of incentive. Third thing is definitely going to be performance. The performance of the game is at its worst right now. There are desyncing Bile-Titan heads, like you shoot a Bile-Titan in the head, and it's still walking around like no one's business and throwing up on you. Same thing with Hulks. Like you shoot a Hulk in the eye, it clearly, its face is caved in. It should be dead. It's still walking around shooting you. The ragdoll problem with the automaton side of things is just at its all-time high, just terrible. Kind of like the way that it used to be back in the day, before they fixed it and made ragdoll kind of feel better. It's just like overall, just the performance of the game just feels really, really bad. And I really do think that they need to give some sort of update on a PTS, a public test server, because that would kind of solve like a lot of their issues. Kind of like have people come in there with different kind of PCs and just play the game. And thirdly, I just think that the game, like the balance of Helldivers 2, most of the weapons feel fine right now. I just think that the auto rifles are still garbage, except for maybe like the Adjudicator and the Tenderizer. I think the other auto rifles are not that great. The Liberator Penetrator may be fine, but as far as like anything that's like a light armor penetrating auto rifle, I think is absolutely garbage right now in Helldivers 2. There's literally no reason to run a light armor penetrating rifle except for very niche cases, maybe against the Illuminate to bring down shields, but that's basically it. It just behooves you to bring medium armor pen weapons or higher. Anything that's a medium armor pen weapon just completely overwashes any type of light armor penetrating weapons. I think armor in Helldivers 2, light armor feels fine, medium armor feels fine, heavy armor, why? Heavy armor is still garbage. Heavy armor has no place in this game whatsoever. Sure, you might be able to tank a hit, but who cares? Especially on the Terminate front, whenever things swarm you, sure, you might hit, you might get protected by one more hit, but things crit you in this game, things can hit you in this game, and you can just die very easily still. You're still very much glass cannon-y. And I think that heavy armor is kind of just weak in this game right now. Hopefully, they'll do something with heavy armor in this game. Just to kind of make it feel better. You guys let me know what you think down in the comment section about what you think about the State of Helldivers 2. This is just my opinion. You guys can disagree or agree. Just let me know what you think down in the comment section. I'd be more than interested to kind of hear what you guys think on the state of the game. Are you happy with the state of the game? Are you kind of neutral about the state of the game? Or are you just not satisfied with the game at all and you think that the game is just crap right now and needs to see some definite changes? So you guys let me know what you think down in the comment section. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.